Hello everybody, MorbTron here. Today we are looking at the new exotic linear fusion rifle that goes in your kinetic slot, the Arbalest. Now you get this thing through completing 7 out of the 11 triumphs associated with the Revelry event. Fairly simple, took me like 4 hours to get it done yesterday. I probably should have made this video yesterday in hindsight, but oh well. The Arbalest, like I said, it goes in the kinetic slot, and it is a linear fusion rifle. This is the only linear fusion rifle in the game that's not a power weapon, which, in my opinion, is fantastic. As I love fusion rifles, and linear fusions are just kind of give me that other option to have something to play with, especially in the kinetic slot. And this thing still does do very good damage to shields. Most of the time, a kinetic weapon doesn't do much damage to shields comparative to power weapons or energy weapons, but with compounding force, it says it fires as slugs that cause massive damage to elemental shields, blah blah. Doesn't matter. Just know that it does extra damage to shields. And if you do break a shield and your target isn't completely dead, the disruption break perk on the weapon is going to cause that target to be more vulnerable to kinetic damage. So either in like a team shot scenario, say in Gambit Prime against an invader, or a PvE enemy. This is not very often where it comes into effect in PvE either. Disruption break is kind of, I don't know. It's good on paper, but in the Arbalest in Crucible, a two-shot body shot is gonna happen with or without disruption break. Same goes for Gambit Prime. After I kind of show the disruption break working as intended on this Lost Sector boss here, so we're gonna get rid of a shield, and you can see there now it does extra kinetic damage, but it's not super noticeable. You know, it's not. So we got 1829, and then we're gonna let that kind of go away. 1220. So it's not a big increase in damage, but it is an increase in damage. But we're gonna actually. I'm going to show some footage of testing in Gambit Prime. I was invading with... This is a private match. I was invading without any sort of invader armor on, so I didn't have the extra overshield. And a buddy of mine, Miles, was invading with the invader set. And we were kind of going back and forth, testing out things, seeing what would, happen with the headshot. And I'm happy to say that even with a full invader set on, I was able to take him out with one shot to the Doomsday. But it does take 3 body shots to kill an invader wearing the full invader set with that double overshield. And it does take 2 body shots to take out somebody invading that does not have the full invader set. So, there we go. Well, let's go into those clips so you can see that, and then we're going to show some highlights from my stream last night where I was using the Arbalest. The stream highlights, you're going to see my Twitch overlay at the bottom. By the way, shameless plug, if you're interested in watching my streams, that's twitch.tv/MorbTron. But let's get into it. If you like this video, hit the like button, that sort of thing. And let's get into those clips.
Yep.
Alright, I want to be just a little bit far away from you. There we go.
Yep, you're good.
There, and...
Vader down.
Yep.
You can relax now. Vader's here.
Alrighty, so last time was a headshot with full invader set, one-shot kill. Now we're going to go for double body shot. No, triple body shot. Triple body shot with full invader set. Alright, so double body shot without invader set at all. Hopefully. Go for it. Yep. So without an invader set, it's a 2-shot body shot. With invader set, 3-shot body shot. So, it's pretty decent. New version of Queensbreaker, pretty much.
Don't be lost.
Ah! Get sniped. Why would you peek like that, bro? Accidentally got Goose Lord. Gotcha.
Ahead. Keep it that way. Double down.
Well, there we go. I wasn't able to use any more of my Crucible clips for my stream last night because for whatever reason my recording software decided to stop recording any audio whatsoever. And then the file got a little bit corrupted. That's unfortunate, but there's a lot of grenade spam in the Crucible right now anyway, so there's a lot of onesie-twosies and then getting just completely destroyed by 17 million grenades getting thrown at me at the same time because of the Revelry and its what is this thing called? REVELER'S TONIC? Yeah. This is a little bit ridiculous, especially in the Crucible, and the way that even works in the Crucible boggles my mind. But anyway, weapon pairings with this thing in the Crucible, I would say pair it with, you know, a hand cannon would probably be your best bet. You know, either like a good Trust if you're a fan of 180s, or if you're like me and you like 140s. Nation of Beasts with, you know, my opening shot rampage is really nice. Just picked this thing up about a week or so ago maybe in the raid. Or having something like this Outlast, which I also just picked up and I really like it. It's got full auto and demolitionist on it. Pretty crispy. As far as power weapons go, you can really use anything you want. I wouldn't recommend using a linear fusion with it. Just because you kind of, you know, you've already got a linear fusion. You don't need two. And the power ammo linear fusion might do a little bit more damage than Arbalest, but it's still not as good as running like a machine gun or a grenade launcher or a rocket, especially the legendary versions of those. Now, if you could run two exotics, you know, Arbalest and Sleeper Simulant all day, but that's just not a thing. So running, you know, like a Hammerhead or a 21% Delirium, a good, you know, good rocket launcher like the curated Bad Omens from Gambit, or even like if you get yourself a Doomsday with full court, this thing does an absurd amount of damage to bosses using this trait. But yeah, so that's what I would recommend to pair it up with. You know, you can basically use anything you want in your power slot, but I would recommend honestly probably going with a machine gun, just so you can get some more bullets to spam that can do some damage, because the Arbalest, you know, you can't carry around all the ammo in the world for it, and it is kind of a longer range weapon, and having something like a Hammerhead or a 21% Delirium, or if you're weird, an Avalanche, can be nice. And of course you're going to want to use a linear fusion scavenger armor perk in the Crucible, and it just makes life easier in Gambit as well. But if you're going to rock it in Crucible, definitely run at least one linear fusion scavenger. I've only got one. But you can get that on your gauntlets and your class item, so definitely try to find one of those. And even maybe like a linear fusion reserves would be good as well. I don't have one of those either, because I didn't really use linear fusions all that much. I used to use Sleeper a lot back when Sleeper was good for raids and stuff, but now that it's not really the case, don't really use it. But there we go. So that's kind of my little video on Arbalest. It is really good. It is worth it. It's very, very fun. Less worth it in PvE, I would say, but in Gambit Prime, and Crucible, this thing is amazingly fun. Get yourself one. It's super easy to farm for, and like I said, it's totally worth it. If you like this video, positive rating is greatly appreciated by hitting that like button. It really helps me out, and I would thank you very much for doing so. If you're new here, you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button, but do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.